In recent years, the number of Indians caught crossing the United States border illegally has increased drastically. A new report shows that arrests have risen by 4,200% since 2020. Shocking, right? Just a few years ago, in 2020, only 1,000 Indians were arrested at the US border. But by 2023, this number had surged to 43,000. While the overall number of illegal Indian immigrants in the US actually has decreased, new arrivals have been increasingly rapid. With that, more and more Indians are seeking asylum in US. The number of Indians asylum applications jumped from 5,000 in 2021 to 51,000 in 2023. Now, this means that more and more Indians are asking for legal protections after entering the US, claiming that they cannot safely return home. Interestingly, the route Indian migrants take has changed. Earlier, most crossed into the United States from Mexico, but now more Indians are entering from Canada. Punjabi speakers make up the largest share of illegal Indian migrants, highlighting a strong trend in migration pattern. Let me tell you who exactly conducted this study. The study, published by Johns Hopkins University, was written by political scientist Devesh Kapoor and researcher Abby. The report explained that illegal immigration from India is more complex than it appears, and it has political significance too. In India, discussions about deportation during Donald Trump's presidency are ongoing. And with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Washington, D.C., the topic is expected to be discussed in depth. If we talk about stats more, then Indians make up just 2% of total illegal immigrants in the US. The number of illegal Indians in the US fell from 560,000 back in 2015 to 222,000 in 2022, and this is according to Department of Homeland Security. Though 2023 data is not available, this suggests that fewer Indians are overstaying their visa on crossing the border illegally as compared to the last year. However, there is a major discrepancy in numbers. While DHS estimates about 220,000 illegal Indians, other research organizations like Pew Research Center and the Center for Immigration Studies estimated 7 lakh illegal Indian migrants. Now, this has led to confusing over the real numbers, with researchers saying that it's unlikely that 1 in 4 Indian immigrants in the US is undocumented. People are really curious to know where are illegal Indian migrants settling. Most likely, Indian migrants who are illegal live in states that already have large-scale Indian population. The top states include California, Texas, New Jersey, New York, and Illinois. However, in certain states, Indians make up a large share of undocumented population. Let me break it down to you. Ohio, 16%, Michigan, 14%, New Jersey, 12%, and Pennsylvania, 11%. Some states have a significant high population of illegal Indian migrants within their total Indian population. For example, Tennessee, 33%, Indiana, 27%, Georgia, 21%, Wisconsin, 21%, and California, 20%. These trends are very important because some of these states, such as Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Wisconsin, are key swing states in the US elections. Additionally, Republican-dominated states like Tennessee and Indiana have large number of undocumented Indian migrants, which may influence legal policies as well. From 2020 to 2023, the number of Indian migrants caught at the US border jumped from 1,000 to 43,000, as I told you before. In 2024, the number slightly dropped to 40,000, but the figure remains historically high. Previously, most Indian migrants crossed from Mexico, but by 2024, 36% were caught at the northern border with Canada. This shift suggests that smugglers and migrants are adapting their routes. Under US law, people caught at the border can actually apply to asylum if they fear prosecution in their home country. Asylum applications from Indian migrants have exploded. The number was there that I told you. You know what? This trend is not just limited to the US. Canada, The UK and Australia have also seen a rise in asylum claims from Indians. As we have discussed before, that most asylum seekers speak Punjabi. Between 2001 and 2022, about 66% of Indian asylum applications came from Punjabi speakers. Other languages spoken by asylum seekers include Hindi 14%, English 8% and Gujarati 7%. Approval rates for asylum applications vary by language. Punjabi speakers get 63% asylum, Hindi speakers 58% asylum and Gujarati speakers 25% asylum. Well, the study suggests that most Indian asylum seekers are economic migrants. The authors argue that if migrants were fleeing true danger, they would see more applications from India's poorest region or areas facing anti-militancy operation. Instead, the data suggests that asylum seekers are mostly from wealthier backgrounds because reaching to the US illegally cost up to 50 times India's per capita income. Many undocumented Indian migrants originally entered the United States legally, but they overstayed their visa. According to Center for Migration Studies, around 60% of unauthorized migrants in the US entered on temporary visa and remained there after the visa was expired. Out-of-country overstayers, these are those people who stayed their visa limit but later they left. And the second category is suspected in-country overstayers, those who remained in the US after their visa expired and became undocumented. Among Indian visa holders, suspected in-country overstayers have stayed below 2% between 2016 and 2023, amounting to fewer than just 30,000 individuals per year. However, students and cultural exchange via overstayers increased from 1.6% in 2020 to 3.8% in 2023. The Modi government has reportedly agreed to help the United States return back 18,000 undocumented Indians. However, experts believe that mass deportation are unlikely because they are costly and they are very complicated. While illegal crossing has increased, experts suggest that unauthorized migration from India may decline under a future Trump administration, as stricter policy could make it harder to enter and stay in the US illegally. In conclusion, the report highlights a dramatic rise in Indian migrants' arrests at the US border, a shift in migration routes, and an increase in asylum applications. While some Indian migrants may face deportation, others continue to seek new ways to enter and stay in the US. As immigration remains a hot political topic, future US policies could shape the fate of thousands of Indian migrants in coming years.